I think stress is the biggest issue in the corporate world, and the reason behind that is the overall work culture, the amount of workload, the time-bound targets, and also the lifestyle, how the people are adapting to that. I think that is the biggest issue, that is the stress management. And because of the stress, there are so many other physical things which are getting disturbed, and that is causing again the health issues. So basically what we need for that is our own capability in speed of the work. Overall, it is completely related to our performance, isn't it? Definitely, if you are healthy, then only performance can be improved. If you gradually become overworked and overstressed, it is your performance will come down. It will not be increased. We always say that health first and then everything comes. So obviously the priority changes. As per the priority, things will change. I don't think that we are following the Western culture, but we are copying the Western culture in a certain way, and that too in a very selective way. For example, we do select party on every Saturday, so that is copied. Then there are so many other things like addictive things, like consuming alcohol just for the show off, smoking for the show off. If you don't smoke, that you're not cool. So all that, making a show off thing, I can say that we are copying the Western culture. At the same time, I can say that we are not copying the good things about them. Most of the people who are in their 70s, in their 80s, you can observe that they are not suffering from any kind of illness. They are too much healthy. They are enjoying their life to the full strength, because I have seen closely, especially European patients of mine, that they do wake up early in the morning. They do start their day early in the morning. They do work out regularly. If you see the entire food pattern, generally people don't eat anything junk. They do eat healthy. There are a lot of fruits, salads, juices, all the grains. Nowadays some people are behind gluten-free diet and this diet and that diet, but traditionally if you see, the Western world, especially Europe, is following a fantastic culture, fantastic way of life. So, and obviously we Indians have the great culture in Ayurveda. It has been written in the name of Dinacharya, how our day has to be scheduled, and what are the things we should do in a day to remain healthy in an entire life. One example I can give you is applying oil on our body, or doing massage on our own. Has to be a routine practice. It cannot be just Diwali to Diwali. It has to be routine practice. So simple one thing, putting medicated oil in your nostrils, putting medicated oil in your ears. So all this takes care of your sense organs, and if your sense organs are normal for longer duration, definitely your health will be normal, because a lot of things depends on your sense organs. Technology has actually created to facilitate our lifestyle, or to facilitate our life, but again the reason is stress. When a person is too much stressed, then after certain time the person will try to find some leisure and the passive entertainment, and the devices like laptop and mobiles, they are providing that passive leisure, passive entertainment every time. So you need not to do anything. Otherwise, earlier people used to find that comfort or the enjoyment basically in the arts, like when you get the enough time, you will do the painting, you will try to play some music. There are so many Western people, European people who come to our center to take the treatments. So they exclusively take out the 21 to 30 days every year, and they do come and stay here for their detoxification of the body, and they try to reorganize themselves. So I think yes, we have to be very, selective while choosing this. So these 21 to 30 days basically are, first thing is detoxification processes goes on. So your entire body is in the process of detox. So that is one. So along with the body, when your body is getting detoxed, the mind will obviously get detoxed, and it will get reorganized, because you get a lot of me time here. And then initially you might struggle. I have never experienced this kind of silence. I'm not away from the gadgets for such a long time. After 1 or 2 days they get adjusted to this, and then that silence actually make them understand what I am doing exactly, then what are my long term goals, what are my as per that what should be my short term goals. So it is a good time to reorganize yourself entirely, at least for an year. So for this year I am going to do these things, and then I will do that. So for that I have to do these preparations. So everything organizes very nicely. Second thing is, this is also kind of training of this kind of lifestyle. So you get up early in the morning here, you do pranayama and yoga first. We schedule your entire day time to time. So that becomes an habit. I have to do these things on this particular time. So following time, respecting time, and that disciplined lifestyle becomes a habit, and that actually helps a lot. Basic reason, if you ask, that is time management of the time, and the target of the time. Because if I say you this task has to be completed 1 or 2 days, or by the end of this we have a launch in the next week, so anyway we have to complete this. So that time bound targets causes stress. But again I would say it is not that. One should understand that we have 24 hours in a day. There is no 25th hour. So if we have to do anything, so we should understand that what are our capacities. We have to sleep for 7 hours. We need our own time for the personal hygiene, food, and entertainment, family time. So calculating all these things, you have maximum 10 to 12 hours to work, I can say. So you don't have the more hours. Then if you incorporate any other thing in this, so your schedule will be collapsed. And then every time if this goes on happening, you will be frustrated with yourself that whatever I decide I am not completing. If I am not completing, then that internal frustration will create the irritation in the mood, and that will be reflected in your overall nature of the mind. Basically, doing a party or getting engaged into movies or any web series. If you see, earlier people used to get engaged with the TV for certain time. So they used to have a time, for example 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. their own favorite serials or programs on the TV, and then TV used to get shut off. But now if you see, the people are watching a web series on a mobile overnight, and they are sleeping at 4 o'clock. Then again that impacts on your work on the next day. I have seen one of my friend was watching Breaking Bad. You know the Breaking Bad, how long is the entire series, and then he has got so addicted to that he used to sleep at 3 or 4 o'clock every day, and then he has to get up at around 7 o'clock for the job. So you can imagine what was it going on during that, and you won't imagine that he has finished that Breaking Bad within a week or 10 days, all the episodes, all the seasons and all the episodes. So there are 5 seasons, and all the seasons are having 17 to 18 episodes. You can imagine how it is going on. So this is how it is going in a wrong direction. So all that cannot help you ever. So if at all you want that, you should always think that I need a leisure which will actually strengthen my capacities. That is why I say the art is a very important thing. And most importantly, now coming to the exact solution of stress management, has to be time management. It is completely related to the time, and There is a very simple technique. I mean, if you take a paper of this size, which can fit in your pocket, right? And if you can, it can be your planner, day planner, and every half an hour, if you put your plan of the day before sleeping earlier night, and for example, you're waking up at 5 o'clock, by 5:30 you will be ready for the exercise. 5:30 to 6:30 you are going to do running and yoga, combination of that, because strengthening as well as calorie losing has to be good combination. Otherwise, most of the people I have seen that they will either do the strengthening exercise and they won't work on the cardio, and if some people are continuously doing the cardio, they are not focusing on the strengthening. So that should not happen. It has to be done. And then 6:30 to 7 a.m. you will be getting bath and also whatever is that. So if you put the time for all the works till the end of the day, and at what time you are going to sleep, so this will definitely, I mean, give you a lot of understanding that today I have to complete these things at this time. Now what happens is suddenly new things emerges, and that is required to be done. Now it is very easy that you have to understand the priority, whether I have to delete one of this and add that, or I have to say no to that. Whatever is my priority, I have to decide upon it. But I cannot do both the things. Otherwise, what will happen? The schedule will get collapsed, and most of the people make the mistakes here. Second important thing is regular exercise or yoga practice. People, especially youngsters, get bored with yoga because they are unable to see its result immediately. But I will tell you that even yoga can give you an immediate impact, immediate output. How your muscle get toned, it gets strengthened, and the size of the muscle also gets increased. More than that, the flexibility of your body increases a lot. When you can see an impact within a week, then definitely you won't get bored. That is why the technique of yoga, performing the asana, becomes very important. Once you understand that with a good qualified people, then only it is possible. Just doing yoga, I have seen people saying that I do Surya Namaskar 20, 25, 50. I don't believe in all these things, because Surya Namaskar is not a form of exercise, it's a form of yoga. So you have to do asana as less as possible in a given time. For example, if you say within 30 minutes I do only 5 Surya Namaskar, that is good thing. So that strengthens a lot. So that is again a very simple solution. One should not get bored of that. Even if you are mentally occupied, you think of that, you do mental work on that while doing Surya Namaskar. Why are you stopping yourself for not doing that? Third important thing is you should, give time every year, at least 9 days, or I can say the people who can give more time, like 15, 21 or 30 days, that is also okay. But at least 9 days you should give for yourself every year, and you should get the detoxification process done, especially Ayurvedic detox process, where you have to get the massage done every day, that is Abhyanga, and then Basti, that is enema, is given. So overall your toxins which are accumulated in the body, because whatever we do, even if we do follow an ideal lifestyle, the pollution is not in our control. And this is not, I'm not talking about the current era. The pollution has been there from long time. Even in the ancient time, there was a pollution because of the wars. So pollution has been a problem in all the time. So we cannot deal with that. So because of that also, toxins get accumulated in our body, which has to be rinsed out. So once in a year at least you should do the detoxification process. So you can say that I don't have time. That I don't have time has been a factor for everyone, not only in the corporate and the IT sector. So there is a solution for everything. That is why we have created one concept like work from Tapasya. So we do provide them the internet facility here, and then we do schedule their entire therapy in a way so that they can log in and log out whenever they have their work, and we do the therapies in the remaining time. So in a way, instead of doing nothing, it is always better to do something, and then the problem can be solved. And at the same time, you can work, you can detoxify, you can get the insurance benefit. Everything goes on hand in hand. I would suggest, if possible, on the weekends you use a simple phone which is meant just for the taking calls and calling someone else. You don't use the smartphone at all on the weekends. Put it off. That is one thing. And secondly, then you try to get indulged into probably on the Saturdays you have to work, complete the work for the next week, and household things. You have to do a lot of other things. That is done, and then one day at least you will get a complete leisure where you want to get indulged into your hobby, or you want to do something new, creative, innovative thing that can be done. In Ayurveda, if you talk about Ayurveda, there is a thing called as Abhyangam Ashrit Nityam. That is, you have to do Abhyanga, that is massage, every day. So at least on Sunday you can do massage on your own, or your kids, you can massage to your kids. They should also know that massage is so important every day to be done. And earlier there used to be a tradition that every Saturday, Sunday people used to do oil massage to their kids. People who are having hobby in making some food recipes, even there are so many recipes mentioned in the Ayurveda, the medicinal recipes, so that can be understood. So many things to be explored. So we should spend our time which will benefit us in future, as well as which should be a stress buster. See, our three basic things are there. One is your to maintain the health. One is how is your food. Second is how is your lifestyle, and third is how is your mental status. Right. So we spoke about the mental status and the lifestyle. Now the food is third important thing. How it is, and the quality of the food matters a lot. So that is why we don't go and eat, have our meals every day in the hotel, because there is no quality control over there. In our house, whatever we prepare, so one thing is quality control. Secondly, when a person prepares a food, the emotions of the person also matters a lot. People must have experienced many a times. If the person who is making the food at home, if she or he is not in a good mood, so there would be a change in the food. So likewise, that also matters a lot. So I would say control. Though, if there is a control over the food, even in the hotel or your office canteen, then there is no problem. But if not, then I think we should be emphasizing more on the quality, what kind of oil we use, what kind of vegetables we are using, then any additional things like colors and synthetic things are being added. All that matters a lot. Timing of consuming food also matters a lot. That also, becomes a part of the lifestyle. So if we do this time management, lifestyle management, food management, diet management, I think the problem can be easily taken care. The most importantly, people talk a lot about meditation, but very few people really knows what is meditation, how it has to be done, how it can benefit. Because what happens is, most of the people get bored with that. They start sitting for some time, and then they start realizing, I have to do this work, I have to do that work, मैं ये भूल गया, मैं वो भूल गया, मुझे ये करना है. All of a sudden they get distracted a lot, and then when they sit quietly calm, they are unable to focus that silence, and that is what happens. So meditation is all nothing about doing nothing. So which is a very toughest thing, though it looks very simple. So if person starts getting practice to this, let us do only for 5 minutes first. Let us do then 10 minutes after some time. Then gradually make it 15 minutes, then 30 minutes. Likewise, if you increase your silence time when there is no thought process at all, it is like shutting down the system or keeping it on a sleep mode for some time, so that nothing will get hanged. Otherwise, what will happen on one certain day, everything, the system will get hanged, and then it won't be able to perform. In a nutshell, I would say managing stress is not a very big task. The only thing is, if you can carry a weight of around 50 kg and you're used to that, and with the weight of 50 kg on your back, you can easily walk, run, no problem. But gradually, if all of a sudden, not gradually, all of a sudden, if I give you a weight of around 100 kg, what will happen? You won't be able to walk properly. It is not possible to sustain that weight, and this is what happens many a times. Mind is also same like that. I mean, you are adapted to certain kind of workload, and suddenly if that workload increases a lot, it is unable to cope with that. And if you push it continuously, I mean, for example, if you are able to walk with the speed of 10 kilometers per hour, and suddenly if I make you to walk with 20 kilometers or run 20 kilometers per hour, so for sometimes you will be able to do. After certain time you will be you won't be able to do that. That would be difficult for you. Even after that, if I keep on doing that, you should run with the 20 kilometers per hour speed, then after certain time you will be exhausted, and then you won't be able to perform later. So same thing happens with the mind. I mean, you can't pressurize that. You have to build up your capacity gradually, and then only you should do that work. And more importantly, you should understand your own capacities. Like as I said, you are known that you can carry 50 kg of weight. Likewise, how much time you can work continuously, you should be knowing. What kind of capacity you want to increase, you should know, and then gradually the effort should happen likewise. So if you do this, so I don't think that there will be any problem as such.